Hey you guys, welcome back to our channel, the Lock and Walk Tree Stand Carrying Systems Military Surplus Guides. Today we're going to talk about what we talked about last week, that we'd be bringing in the Summit Tree Stand with the Summit harness. Alright, we're going to show you how to Jim's going to show you how to put on the 3.5-inch belt onto the tree stand. And we also have our 4-inch belt, but we're not going to show you how to put this on. This is just another belt that you can use for this tree stand. The 8-inch belt is not for this tree stand, okay? So we just want the 4-inch, the 3.5-inch, and the harness. So we're gonna have Jim come on in here, show you how to put all this stuff on, and then once again, I'm gonna try it out for you guys. All right, here's Jim.
Hi. Okay, first thing you want to do is this is a factory tree stand. As when you first put it together, before you put your harness, first thing you want to do is discard the harness that comes with the tree stand, because most likely it's the original factory tree stand harness and they're junk anyway. So you want to get the tree stand prepared. This is the way it's going to look when you get ready to put your harness on. So the first thing you want to do is take your seat, and you want to take your seat off, and you want to take the two stands and break them apart. So because we're only going to work off the bottom platform. So the first thing you want to do is move the upper stand from the lower stand. And for now, we're going to take this and just move it off to the side out of our way. Okay, now we have the bottom platform, and here's the upper chest harness and a few nice features that we go over to make it fit, especially for the Summit tree stand. We take the lashings, we make them extra long by double and triple sewing them at the stitch points, and so they'll loop on the outside all the way around the tree stand, so you can take the attachment points, when you got them tight, as you'll see, you can pull them nice, all the slack out, and it'll be nice and snug. And then we take the bottom disconnects, the original ones, off. We sew right through the bottom of the pad with the side release buckles, and we hook them on, and we make extra long webbing so that when you attach these, you have plenty of adjustments in case you're wearing a big coat and in the wintertime carrying a tree stand. So a lot of people don't realize this. With the regular tree stand harness, you're not going to have the advantages. Plus, you have the lifetime warranty on it, and you'll be able to take it off of this tree stand, put it on another tree stand, just leave the webbing, the excess webbing. It looks like a lot of webbing on there, and you might not know where they go, but you just take your time, put each one on as follow the video, and you'll have it on before you know it, and it'll be the best harness for walking the long haul. Okay, now we have the center chest strap also for the sternum, and that adjusts all the way down. But what we want to do is we want to take that center one first, that center connection, and we want to measure up to about the height so we can get our upper shoulders up to here on the top. So we're going to take this one here, and probably I'm going to put it right about attachment point right on the third rail down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it through. The loop of the top. Let me switch hands here. Through the loop on the top. Over top. Back under, and then we're going to leave a lot of slack on it. Like all my videos, I explained, leave a lot of slack on your harness, because you don't want to tighten anything up till you make all the adjustments. Okay, then we have two on each side. As you can see, it's not as complicated as when you first take it out of the package, okay? It looks like a lot of webbing if you're not used to messing with these things, but it won't take you long at all. Now, you eyeball it up, and I got a one up on top here and one at the bottom, so I'm going to put this one on this rail here and feed it through from the outside, keeping my lashings nice and straight. And what you do is you feed this through the double loop over top, coming back and underneath. And then when you get ready, you're going to pull that tight. You're going to leave that nice and loose. You see all that slack I left in there? You don't want a lot. You don't want to tighten anything up. Okay. Now I'm going to go over to the other side. Okay, we're going to do the other side now. We're going to go straight across from the other side. Go across, and once again we're going to take it through the double loop. Bring it straight through, over top the first one, and underneath. Now our two bottom lashings are ready to be pulled tight on the stand. Now we're going to get ready. We're going to get ready for our upper one. So we have one on this rung. We just kind of eyeball it. You know, you can always move it if you don't have just the way you like it. But I kind of like mine. I know where I kind of like mine. Now we're going to come up to there in between the first and second rung. And we're going to do the exact same thing, so to the loops. So we're going to take it through the double loop, underneath, over top. That's that one. Then we have the last one. Going to go straight across again. Keep your lashings nice and even. And bring it through the last set of loops. Okay, now we have all four of our lashings on. Okay, and our fifth one in the center. Okay, we're going to tighten up evenly, semi-loosely, until we get the shoulders set up, and then we're going to tighten up the top harness down. So let's get some of the slack out now and even it up and see. It'll come up nice and even, and if it doesn't, just take it to the side and then put your lashings through the back side. So, because what we're going to do is we're going to go to the back and then pull all the slack out when we're ready. Then we'll pull some of the slack out of the center one, and that one there you can pull just about tight to the stand. And then we're going to take this one on the bottom, on the right and the left, and pull slack out, start pulling the slack out of those. And if one gets kind of hung up on you just want to grab onto it and give it a yank. Get that slack out of it. There we go. Now we're bringing slack up pretty well on it. Now we'll get hold of both sides and pull it out. As you can see, the harness is coming up nicely, and we want to center it in the center of the stand. So we're going to start bringing this one over a little bit further. You can see it where we got it here on the stand. So we're going to bring this one over a little bit further. Looking good. Okay, now we're going to pull that other one, pull some more slack out of it. And then when we get the bottom one, we'll even these pads up on it. the back pad. Start on the bottom one. Pull that one. And I think we want to looking a little bit like it's a little off, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna loosen this side up a little bit and pull it over a little bit more, just to make some minor adjustments in it. We're just gonna make sure that this is adjusted so that the center of the back pad is in the center of the tree stand. So if you have to, you might want to pull these a little more slack in there, and so when you make your final adjustment, it lines up straight. We're pretty straight, we can see, so when the time comes after we fill up our shoulder straps on, that we'll be able to pull everything nice and tight, and it'll be nice and even. Now, we can put it up another bar if we wanted to. It depends on how tall you are. If you're real tall, you want to put it up another bar. If you're shorter, like myself, this is a good area, and your belt's going to go down around here because I don't have a lot of back space. Whereas if you're taller, you might want to go up a little higher. Okay, now we're going to put on our shoulders, and this will adjust your shoulders at when it's up on your back. So we're going to adjust this, put this on the rung right up from it. And what we're going to do, we're going to put the lashing through the bottom of the rung, over top, through the top of the connector, and then feed it down through. Pull it tight, and then tuck it up down inside there. Okay, we got this side of connector through the lashing, and we tucked it through our buckle, so it's nice and neat. And you see, when we pull on our shoulder, it's going to bring this shoulder pad up and tighter to your body. Now we're going to take the other one, do the same thing. And I pretty well have everything connected together. All you got to do is mount it to the stand, because you know, when I sew them up, I put it together for the people so to make it easy as possible. So once you follow this video once, and say you get a new stand, you can just switch it over to your new stand, and you'd be fast as I am. And you won't be making no movie. And then we're just going to feed that up through there, above the shoulder, the same rung. Bring it down through our buckle. Make it nice and neat. And if it slides around on you, it doesn't really, all this does is just brings up the shoulder pads. And then we're gonna bring these down, because we don't want these hugging your chest up around your neck. So I always bring them down low. And there's a lot of leeway on these, so when you bring them down, it gives you a lot more carrying weight when you can use that center chest strap. So we're gonna pull both the sides down, right to where we sew it. And you can see where I stitch these. I stitch a double stitch there, and I stitch it up there, and that's why I can offer a lifetime warranty, because when I sew stuff, I do it to all the mil spec, using military buckles, using military thread, and I pierce right through the pad and triple sew it. So, you know, you don't have to worry about it being a piece of China crap. Okay, now we're going to take these buckles off, these lashings, off the side release buckles, and we're going to throw them aside. We're going to flip the stand around, as you can get a good view of the back side. Now see, we have a lot of lashing here, a lot of slack, but this will fit any tree stand out there that's got to go around it, like the Goliath. If you wanted to put this, when we use the API, the Loggy Bayou, some of the older tree stands that I'm familiar with, and a lot of the newer ones, any ones that have horizontal bar platforms that you have to go around for holding power. So what I'm going to do is I usually tuck these up out of the way and leave them long, and what I'll do is I'll tape them, or I make accessories. I don't make them, I purchase them. They're military accessories, but what I do is attach them to the webbing and then get them out of my way, so they're not in my way when I'm climbing and that. But you, like I said, don't cut them short, because if you get another stand, you need the extra length. You get a Goliath, it's not going to, if you cut them short, it's not going to be long enough. So this is a quick way here how to tuck them up out of your way. And that center one, we didn't pull that tight yet. We're going to pull that tight now because it's centered in this tree stand. And you can see, tuck that up in behind the pad, then flip it back around. Now we have the two choices of belts. We like Anna said, you don't want to use an 8-inch belt with this stand, because this seat is a tricky to put the belts on and still use the interlocking top, your climbing section, because of the way the seat interlocks with the platform. So you can use the 4-inch belt, okay, or the 3.5-inch belt, okay. So we're going to show you, like we said in the end of the last video, a 3.5-inch belt. It's got my patented design on it. We're not going to use these straps here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them in the buckles and tuck them out of our way. Okay. And just so you know that you can use, it's for access to multiple tree stands, and if we were using a mesh tile tree stand, we could use these part of the lashings, but being as we're using a horizontal bar platform tree stand, we do not use these connectors on the back. So we're just going to get them out of the webbing out of our way. Okay. Now we're going to take this belt, we're going to hook these 3 lashings up to the belt. We're going to take this here, fold this harness up over top, and we're going to take this buckle to the bottom rung, and see how this fits. You can always move it up, but I always take it to the bottom rung on the summit, because you'll see when the seat goes on, the seats are bearers to get on the summit tree stands. That's why you do not want to get the 8-inch belt, because you're just going to have problems. I've seen people put the stand, flip it upside down, and put this harness like up here, and the seat and the belt up here, because their initiative to get that belt on is just uncanny. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to leave some slack in these. It's all the loop system over top, through double loops over top. This first one underneath to the second one. Now we have all three of these on. We're going to pull the slack out. Get some of the slack out of here so that we can make this nice and tight. Center it. Pull it nice and tight out of there so it doesn't slide on you. Now we have the belt and the upper chest harness. Now all that's left to do is to you want to take these lashings, okay, and you want to take the V right here in the V. And you want to take these lashings, and what you want to do is you want to take it, the loop, feed it underneath the V, just like that, and get it nice and straight. And then take it through the loop, and back up to your quick release buckle. We do the same thing to the other side now. You want to take that loop, feed it up through the V at the bottom. Feed it through there and snap it in. Now you look how much slack you got on there in case you're wearing a big coat in the winter time. And if not, you pull it up tight to your shoulders, and that's just about does it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the show you how that seat connects, why it's fastened, and then we're gonna have Anna put it on. Okay, so I'm gonna take this top section, the climber, and we're going to fasten the tree stand back onto the, we're going to fasten the bottom platform onto the rail. Now to do this, you want to take this seat out, tuck it down. Get that seat out of the way. You want to move your stand behind the top section where it goes back together. As you can see, when you get ready to load out and load in, you want to put it back together. Bingo. We're back in solid. Now, we still got the seat. So what we're going to do with the seat is we're tuck this seat underneath. This is just to carry it. Take this seat underneath your climbing section and pull it gently through so you don't tear it on the teeth. This is a new tree stand, so it's a little stiffer, but eventually, after you've had it out a few times, should curl right up and underneath there. Then we're going to turn it around, give you a good look at what we're doing here. Then we just take this seat and fold it up here, and I fasten it right around the steps, out of the way, or to the strap, or any place to get that seat out of your way. Personally, I think Summit could come up with a better design, but I work my harnesses around their design. Now we have the harness ready for Anna to try it on. We're going to take the, give her some slack. Okay, Anna, whenever you're ready, you can come back into the video and show them how it's done.
All right. All right, you guys, so we put this on. I love the Summit harness. With all the slack that it gives you, you're able to find your own comfortable wellness for wearing it, along with the tree stand. I love how I'm able to adjust anything I want, and I get so much slack with it. It's nice and snug. I know I'm not getting out of this. I know whatever I'm doing, it's not going to slip away from me. Here's the back part of it. So yeah, this harness, this is amazing. I love how this feels. All right. So now you guys, so we're done with that. We're going to get Jim back in here. All right, you guys. So next week, what are we going to go over?
The Trailblazer.
All right, we're going to go over the Trailblazer next week. Like I always say, give us a thumbs up if you liked it, a thumbs down. Please, if you have any questions, especially about this harness and this tree stand, give us some comments below so we can get you guys comfortable in wearing this stuff. Our phone numbers are on the website. Look it up. All right, so we'll see you next video. Bye.